Guys, so I've got a story time and I feel like it's probably the most stressful days of my life. Me and my boyfriend are currently travelling Thailand and we were getting to like the 3 week point where we needed to like renew our visas. We're in Ao Nang, which is in Krabi, where there is an immigration office, and I said to Harry that we needed to renew our visas. And I don't know why, but we just didn't get round to doing it. I think we were doing stuff in the day, but we were also both working. And from Ao Nang, we were going to the PP Islands, and I think it was like our last but one day. And I said to Harry that we needed to renew the visas because they were literally running out. And then I googled it thinking that the offices would be everywhere, and I was completely wrong. So the immigration office was actually in Krabi, where we were literally last week. Annoyingly, we had to spend our last full day in PP getting a boat to Krabi. Actually find that the immigration office was closed as it was a public holiday. Next day we were meant to be going to Koh Lanta and I'd already paid about £40 for the boat. We had to miss because we had to get the first boat at 9 o'clock to Krabi, so again we had to pay for that. Back to the immigration office to get our visas. We arrived at 11 because we got the 9 o'clock boat and it's 2 hours. To get a ticket to be told that we have to come back at 2 p.m. Bear in mind we come from PP, so we had no accommodation and we weren't staying in Krabi, so we hadn't got a bike or anything, so we couldn't go anywhere, and we also had all of our bags. So we had to sit outside the immigration office for just hours. Just had some sort of like thought that we may not be able to pay by card. So I asked her and I was right, we couldn't pay by card, it was cash only. And we didn't have the cash, so I said to Harry, like, one of us will need to get a grab bike to an ATM. And when I went to look in my bum bag, we found out that our card wasn't there. Looked in every bag possible and we realised that we left our card in the PP ATM. Not only had we spent quite a bit on boats yesterday and then a boat in the morning, we had now lost our travel card. So to say I was stressed was an understatement. And then we did our visas in the matter of 5 minutes. Finally finished the visas at about 4:30 in the afternoon. I went to look to see if there was any buses, and of course there was none. Now we have no idea how we're getting to Koh Lanta, but luckily there was a local outside and Harry asked if he knew anyone that could take us, and he did. So we only waited about 5 minutes and then we got a taxi. But we had to spend 2,000 baht altogether, which I think is about £45, instead of paying £8 each. So in the matter of 2 days, we spent £350. We wasted our last day in PP on boats. We lost a travel card and just spent a ridiculous amount on taxis. So the moral of the story is, and my bit of travel advice is, if you're planning on doing something important like visas or booking accommodation, I would just do it. If you are going travelling anytime soon, as I know a lot of people are, please feel free to follow and drop me a message if you've got any questions. But bye!